8969. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
All right, great friends. It is Monday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew, and it is Christmas week. Friday's Christmas Eve, Saturday's Christmas Day. We are deep into the holiday season now, and we welcome you back inside the 7 Mile Casino Studios. For those of you that are listening on radio, we're glad you guys are here listening on 1090. For those of you that are with us on YouTube, glad you guys are here as well. I saw a lot of your names this weekend as Browner and I were fulfilling orders for these Kaplan and Crew hoodies. We bought about 150 of them. We gave about 75 away on the boat trip. And we've probably got, pretty limited supplies. I know a lot of people are hitting me up looking for double XLs, triple XLs. We got a lot of larges. We got a lot of XLs. These things are great. I'm wearing one like practically every day because I'm freezing my you-know-what off. And so Browner and I spent a bunch. Browner, how much of a disaster were we on Saturday, by the way? Seriously.
It's a process. It's a process, man. Like I'll say that it's a process, and it took us time to figure it out. And every time something went right, something went wrong. Like once we got the printing we got it to make it print. Then the printer was like, "Yeah, no, y'all not printing this.
Yeah.
No.
So we're put it this way: for those of you that have ordered these hoodies, we're doing the best we can to get it to you by Christmas, right? And today we're putting them in the mail, and we'll hopefully have them to you as soon as possible. So, and for those of you that got me. Because it costs about $9 to ship them, and I only put up $5. That was all it was. So a couple of you guys got me until I figured it out, and then we charged like $10 for shipping, in which case I got you because I made $1 on the whole transaction. How about that? Me and Browner were like high-fiving each other. Every time somebody paid $10 for shipping and it was $9, we were like, yeah, we just made $1. Hell yeah.
And then by the third person we made $1 on, somebody who paid $5 for shipping, we lost that $1. The $3 is gone.
So, somebody paid like $5 for shipping. They had 2 hoodies. It was like $15 to ship it. We lost $10. We're like, damn, we lost $10. Alex, you would have been very happy that you were not here this weekend.
Yeah, I'm happy right now. I'm very happy just hearing it that I wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, I like your T-shirt. I like your great friend's T-shirt. I don't know when we're going to get those up and on the website. Well,
come on, man. Don't stop.
First, let's just do what we got. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Let's
knock out what you guys got.
Right. So if you go to our website, kaplanandcrew.com, and you love these hoodies, and everybody loves hoodies. I know I do. I can wear them every day. If you want one of these, they're available for you. We'd love for you to have them. Represent the show. They're not that expensive, we don't think, compared to others. And so if you want them, they are available. kaplanandcrew.com. All right, before we get into the NFL this weekend, I got to just call a personal timeout here because, Alex, I followed you all weekend on social media, and I loved what I was seeing. I saw you get your new grill from West Coast BBQ Shop, which I thought was great. We'll talk about that. But my favorite thing was, I swear to you, my favorite thing was, apparently, you'll have to tell the story.
Yeah.
Did you go see Spider-Man on Friday night?
Yes, I went to Spider-Man, and I went to the theater box in downtown.
The theater box in downtown. Where's that?
Right across the street from Whiskey Girl, I believe.
Oh, okay. I know where that is. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Canon owns that.
Right. It's part of the Sugar Factory.
Mm-hmm.
The theater box is upstairs.
Okay. Big theater or small theater?
The reason I go there is because it's probably about 20 seats in the actual theater, and it's full on leather recliner with waiters and servers.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
got it.
The real secret of it all, it costs $10 anytime.
Come on.
Yep. And I had a terrible experience at the AMC.
Oh, dude, I had a terrible experience at the Regal Theater, Mira Mesa.
Man.
Oh my God, horrible experience. Horrible.
AMC, I'm done with y'all.
Yeah, Regal, me and you, we're not down anymore.
Oh man, Regal, what they gonna do without Scott Kaplan going once every 5 years to the movies?
Right. I mean, hey, I'm really gonna hurt your business.
Man. You're never gonna see me again, Regal.
Chapter 11, here I come.
Yeah, right. Hey, Regal, Mira Mesa, I'm done with you people. And I've been to that theater 100 times over the course of my 20 years in San Diego. I've been there a bunch. But after what happened, right? I still no dent at all. What happened on Saturday night going to see Spider-Man? I was like, okay, I'm never coming back to this theater again. But it wasn't really even their fault. It was all my fault, to be honest.
Right.
But Alex, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this. So you get done seeing Spider-Man in this downtown San Diego movie theater that only costs $10, that has a very limited amount of seats. This is blowing my mind. I didn't know it was so inexpensive and so small.
Right.
But when the movie ends, you'll have to explain what happened thereafter.
Yeah, I parked at Horton Plaza because parking downtown Friday is awful. So I just go straight to
Sure.
Horton Plaza, and I'm like, I will take the hit of whatever it costs me. So I walk out of the theater, and right next to Whiskey Girl, there's a bunch of bars that have outdoor dining. I don't know if you've been down to downtown lately. Like
Yeah.
all of Fifth is just
Yeah.
permanently walking only. Like there's no
Yeah.
cars
As it
allowed.
always should have been.
So I walk out, and I'm like, it's empty, you know, it's just picking up. It's maybe 7 o'clock. Obviously, it's somewhere between 7 and 8 p.m. And yeah, I walk
Yeah. By the way,
outside.
nobody told me Spider-Man was like 3 hours long. Just as a side note, I
All
went to see
movies,
it.
This guy.
all movies are over 2 hours
Where
long
you
now.
been, dude?
Yeah.
Really? All
Yes.
movies
Yeah.
are now over 2 hours?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Like if you go to the movies and you're in there in and out in 90 minutes, like
yeah.
you're watching some sort of indie or something.
You
It's
saw
like,
Encanto,
right,
like me.
yeah. So I walk out, and I don't know which bar it was. It wasn't Whiskey Girl, but as you can see, it's popping. And what do I see on the TV? I see Scott's face. I'm like, yo, that's our show. And they were airing our show.
You had a
Shout
great
out.
picture, though. You had a great picture of you on the screen. Look at this. Look at this picture. This is the greatest. Anybody who's listening on radio, you got to come to our YouTube channel and see this. Alex, this picture brought such a smile to my face. He's downtown in the gas lamp. It's early. The buildings and the streets are all lighting up, and Alex sees himself on television and stands about 20 feet off to the right.
Why
And
don't you stand
somebody
next to the
takes a picture.
TV?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Like, you
yeah.
should have gone and taken a picture.
That-
Nobody would have recognized you because you weren't wearing your glasses.
Right, that's true. Nobody would have recognized me. That picture was forced by my fiance because I don't like doing any of that stuff. She was just like, just do it real quick. I'm like, fine, whatever. So I stood next to it. And I was like, how douchey would it be if we go into this bar and request to sit under that TV and I just sit there and wait for somebody to recognize me?
That'd have been great.
That would have been as douchey as I could possibly be. But
I'd have
yeah,
done that.
But it actually made me think to myself, you know what we should do is we should say on the air. So let me say this on the air right now. If you're a bar owner or a restaurant owner in San Diego anywhere, and you put sports on television, and there is no game on at a particular time, you should absolutely 100% be part of the Great Friends Network and put on the show between 7 and 8 p.m. I've talked about going out to Escondido on Friday nights to the Grand Comedy Club and how they shut down the main street. And I've been going over to some pizza joint across the street, and they've got TVs just plastered everywhere. And one time I was in there and there was nothing on but the Padres game, like one game on like 50 TVs. So, guys, if you own a bar or a restaurant, if you are a great friend, if you're a part of the Great Friends Network, here's what I'd love for you to do. Put the show on television between 7 and 8 p.m. in your bar or restaurant. Take a picture of it, tag us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and tell us the name of your bar or restaurant, and then we'll give you a shout out on the show the next day. So, Alex, I wish you would have known the name of that bar. We would shout them out. But I think that is super cool, man, that you're walking down the street in downtown San Diego, and there's the show on Channel 4, part of the Cox Your-View network, and there you are standing right next to it. I thought it was awesome, man.
yeah, it was pretty funny. I put it up. I'm trying to find the name of the bar because I could just look it up real quick. Because I don't think it was a bar. I think it was like a restaurant. It might have
Yeah,
been
looks like it.
either. Well, let's see. I'm looking at Google Maps right now. It
Because
was-
at that point you're across. So at that point in the street, you're across the street from 7-Eleven, yeah. And that Skechers is was it on the next corner?
it's.
Runner really knows what's
Yeah,
going
bro,
on.
you
down
really.
there.
I don't know. I think it was in the middle between Tipsy Crow and Whiskey Girl. So somewhere right there in the middle. Like could have been Metal, could have been Osteria. Look at them in numerous places. There's so many
I
bars
just-
right there.
If you put the first picture back up, though, the one where you said, hey, look, there's Scott on TV, and then you realize that it's us, look at the one guy standing there watching. One guy's like, what the hell are they talking about right now? What are they talking about? And by the way, if you're our advertisers, that one, Tory Holistics, iThrive, Mountain Trust, Corky, they were all on the monitors behind me. That is great exposure for our advertisers. 7 Mile Casino, Manscaped. I mean, they were all getting some love there. That's really cool.
Are
Really,
you
really
So are we gonna get into it later? Are we gonna get into it now? When are you? What happened at Regal Cinemas in Mira Mesa?
Let me have a little time to get into that. I'll get into it in a minute. I'll talk about it in a little bit. It's not their fault.
Because you
It's my
tweeted
fault.
something like, "Yo, times have changed." Like at a
You
movie
did.
theater.
I was like, what is he
what has
doing?
changed?
I
Right.
know. But remember, I haven't been in a movie theater in I'm telling you, it's been 5 years. and things have changed between then and now.
They sell
And
booze now.
Right.
no, it wasn't even. I don't even know that they did sell booze at that Regal
They
Theater.
do.
I don't know.
Everyone does.
Oh, they do.
Everybody does.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's something I didn't know. I
yeah.
wasn't drinking.
Thank the lot for that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking Sinopolis is the company that really changed that whole game. Is it the
Only
lot?
one Sinopolis. Why didn't you go to the lot?
Because we were having a hard time finding tickets where we could have 4 seats together. So we found
Oh.
4 seats together at an 8:45
So you double dated
show.
it.
No, it's just that Rachel brought her sons. I mean, we brought her sons, and so that was kind of the deal. My kids were all scattered around doing stuff, and her kids were like, "Yeah, we want to see Spider-Man." My son had already seen it, told me it was overrated. None of my daughters have any interest in it, but it was good. I mean, I liked the movie. I liked it. In fact, I'll tell you guys will be impressed.
Are we
Friday
gonna
night.
spoiler alert right now.
No, but Friday night
Okay.
I watched the previous one, whatever the Spider-Man is, like Far From Home. Yeah, I watched Spider-Man Far From Home Friday night, and then Saturday night I went to the theater and I watched Spider-Man, whatever it's called.
No way.
No
home.
way home.
No Way Home. Yeah. All right, hold on. We'll talk movies in a second. Let's get into some football. And before I do, I just want to mention everybody, I Thrive MD. I usually talk about testosterone treatments for guys because you get a little older, you're feeling a bit depressed, you don't have sort of the same energy in the bedroom, you're just not feeling yourself, and then you get testosterone treatments, and you're like, "Whoa, what happened here? Where's this guy been?" Well, of course, I Thrive MD wants you to come in for testosterone treatments, but right now, with everything that's going on in the world, the thing I want to do for my body is keep it as healthy as I can. So I've been talking about these IV therapy sessions where it's kind of a social thing, like a barber shop, where a bunch of dudes are sitting in a room and everybody's taking in IVs. And I'm going to be putting one of these together here real soon to go visit. In fact, guys, yesterday I watched some football up at a place called Tower 13 in Cardiff, which is kind of like my Sunday spot. And Jeremy Silverstein came by and hung out for a little while. And he's like, "Yo, when are we going to go for one of these IV therapy sessions at iThrive?" So I'm putting it together. I know a lot of people have asked me about it. Right now, you want to make your body a force field, as healthy as it can be. I'm getting an NAD drip, a vitamin C drip, a B12 shot. So look, if you need testosterone, you come to iThrive MD. You should get your testosterone levels checked. It's free. If you want to get a gift card for your wife because maybe she wants a little touch up here, a little Botox here, I want to look a little bit younger, you can get an iThrive gift card for the lady of your life if you'd like to. But if you're like me and you just want to make sure that there's a lot of stuff going on out there, I got one friend who tells me he's got the flu. I got another friend who tells me he just has a common cold, sniffles, cough, the whole thing. Once you hear people are sick, you're like, COVID? And people are like, no, there are other things other than COVID. I just want my body during this holiday season to be as strong as it can. I want to keep infection away. So I'm going to iThrive MD to get like the full-blown vitamin drip. Call them, 858-240-1497, 858-240-1497. Tell them you're a great friend. Tell them you're a listener or a reviewer. They're going to take really good care of you. Okay, guys. Let's talk a little football. You tell me this weekend. And look, Raiders Browns going, Bears Vikings a little bit later on. You guys tell me, is the NFL just as confusing as ever before after this past weekend? To see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers shut out, to see the Detroit Lions win another game, I'm to see the Steelers beat the Titans, the Dolphins who've made this massive comeback from 1-7 to 7-7. And by the way, they had a 7-point lead. Tua threw a pick six and it was tied, and they still came back and won the game. Is the NFL
Tua's leading the league in completion percentage, by the way?
Really? I did not know that.
That's what happens when you throw the ball 2 yards.
I didn't know that.
Ask Sam Bradford. He broke
Facts.
the all-time record by just dumping it off when he was a Viking. Anyways,
Facts.
I guess what I'm getting at is that when the Bucs are shut out by the Saints, when the Packers are beating the Ravens with a backup quarterback and the Ravens have a chance to win the game, which, by the way, had the Ravens gotten the 2-point conversion, there would have been like 35 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for Aaron Rodgers.
it's over. Yeah.
Let's stop on that real quick. All the people upset with John Harbaugh. What did you think he was going to do? Like, Aaron Rodgers has won that game in that situation many a times in overtime. We just talked about this last week. You don't get the ball back if they score a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, I've watched him enough. Alex can probably say the same. He's got about 5 or 6 plays in his pocket that he knows he can execute at any time. You want him running those in overtime?
Well, wait.
I don't.
In regulation, Browner. Like, think about it. If you score that 2-point conversion and there's 35 seconds left on the clock, all he has to do is get position to kick a game-winning field goal. I mean, there was no guarantee that even if they got the 2-point conversion, they were going to win. And there was probably a lesser chance that they would win the game should they kick it and go to overtime. You kick
Right.
that ball and go to overtime and give him the ball, you're done.
I'm with John Harbaugh. I'm going for the win because the win is in my hands right now. I've seen this guy do this. I don't want to take the chance. And I got a rookie quarterback making his second or third start. No, I'm not doing that. I got the win in front of me. I'm going to try to get the win now. People are talking about, oh, what is he doing? That's what he's doing. He's trying to win, man.
Yeah, I mean, and the first time he did it with the 2-point conversion, everybody in the world except Browner thinks that was a great play and a bad throw. So it wasn't like he didn't have this position to succeed in that game. And then yesterday, that was just there was nothing there. There's nothing the guy could do. Everybody was covered. It is what it is. But if I'm John Harbaugh, I like it, man. Like as a Vikings fan, I speak from experience. Extra points aren't a given. First, and secondly,
Especially
I hate kickers. And third, Aaron Rodgers will beat you if you give him any time. That is
Right.
from experience, and I think John Harbaugh did the right thing. The fact that they even got it back to that position because they were getting beat pretty soundly for a while. I think it was it 28-17 at some point, 31-17 at some point in the fourth quarter. Yeah, you go for the win. Why not?
Well, it certainly makes things very interesting because all of a sudden, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Baltimore, they're kind of all knotted up. And well, we'll see what happens here as the afternoon goes on. If Cleveland and the Raiders, what happens in that game. But all of a sudden, I saw this morning, I was watching First Take on ESPN, and there was a headline, will the Steelers win the division? Because the Steelers have all of a sudden made a significant comeback. A win over Tennessee yesterday. This is what I'm getting at. Is I can't figure out the NFL week to week. The Steelers tied the Detroit Lions a couple weeks ago, and everybody's talking about how Ben Roethlisberger is done, and he probably is, but
He is.
probably so. I mean, you got to figure he's probably had enough here, but they beat the Titans yesterday.
Right. But then also, Scott, like you got
a question. I want to pose a question to y'all.
Question.
Is that division competitive, or is it bad, or is the NFC East bad and the Cowboys are better than everyone else? Because at this point, I think that division's bad, and I'm talking about the Steelers, the Browns,
North.
the Ravens, and the Bengals.
Okay, AFC North. Bengals 8-6, Ravens 8-6. Browns come into the day at 7-6, playing the Raiders, and the Steelers are now 7-6-1. Now, is the division bad, or with everybody with a winning record, is the division good?
Yeah,
average.
That's the question I'm asking, because this year's been wild, and with those records sound like the NFC West, which we know are good. That's a good division. Is the AFC North good?
Is the AFC West a good division? Like, so why discount the AFC North teams and give credit to the Broncos and the Raiders? Like, I mean, I feel like there's really bad teams in the AFC. The Jets, the Texans, and the Jaguars. Like, they're already gone from the playoffs.
Yes.
Everybody else, and I'll even throw the Chiefs. Everybody else in there this year, you can see that they can lose a game to anybody. I really think that, Brown. Like, I don't think that saying the AFC West is better than the AFC North. I mean, we've seen the Ravens crush the Chargers, and then we've seen the Chargers beat the Bengals barely. So I think for me, that is, I think, what Scott's saying. Like, what is the NFL this year? And I just think everybody's kind of just lumped in together. You can have a team like the Chiefs that have 10 wins, but it doesn't really equal much when the Chiefs have had some bad losses this year too. I just think everybody, the whole NFL, they're just kind of lumped together this year.
Well, and think about the Miami Dolphins. I'm just using them as an example because when I went back and I was looking at this, the Dolphins in week 1 beat the Patriots 17-16. Does anybody even remember that game? Like if I would have said to you, the Dolphins when they were 1-7, who did they beat? You'd be like, I don't know. They beat the Patriots. They beat the Patriots, right? They lost. Listen to this. The Dolphins beat the Patriots, lost to the Bills, Raiders, Colts, Bucks, Jaguars. They lost to the Jaguars, the Falcons, and the Bills. Since that time, since they lost to the Bills, the Dolphins have beaten the Texans, the Ravens, the Jets, the Panthers, the Giants, and the Jets. Now, it may not be impressive.
Wow.
The schedule may not be impressive, but when you go from 1-7 to 7-7, that's damn impressive, isn't it?
This year, winning 6 games in a row. This year, winning 6 games in a row is a feat for any team.
You know what? Normally, I would agree with you. Normally, I would if it were anybody else. But that lineup that you just read off, no,
Okay.
no,
Hey, they beat the Ravens with a healthy Lamar Jackson.
Hey, just to put it in perspective for you, though, after the Chiefs got smoked by the Titans, remember when the Chiefs got beat by the Titans 27-3, and everybody's like, oh, the Chiefs, they're done. They don't look the same. Since that time, the Chiefs have beaten the Giants, no big deal.
Terrible.
The Packers, 13-7.
Good.
The Raiders,
No,
they smoked.
That was a Jordan Love game.
Oh, you're right. So never mind. X that one out too.
Right? The Raiders, the Cowboys, they beat the Broncos, then they smashed the Raiders again, and then the Chiefs beat the Chargers. So the Chiefs are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-game winning streak. Now, you would say that a 7-game winning streak for the Chiefs is impressive, but not a 6-game winning streak for the Dolphins. That is what I'm trying to say, is that this season, in my opinion, has been probably the most entertaining because it's the most unpredictable so far.
Yeah, I'll be
Who would've
curious to
seen
see like
Detroit
survivor leagues out there, man. Those are things I got eliminated week like 9 because there's so many.
I don't think
upsets.
anybody's
Like,
no one's alive in a survivor
If
pool.
you're alive in a survivor league, man, that's crazy.
Because your last thing was probably Cardinals
Lions.
Yeah, right. That was an easy one, or so we all
Yeah.
thought. All right, stick around. I mentioned to you guys that I hadn't gone to a movie theater in about 5 years, and a lot of things seem to have changed, and it kind of spoiled my experience a bit at a Regal theater this past weekend. We've all seen Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to reviews, and we'll get back to the NFL. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Rich Eisen here, inviting you to catch my show, The Rich Eisen Show, on our flagship radio station, the mightier 1090. We're on every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You'll like what you hear. If not, that's just, I guess, too bad.
A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090. Right now at BMW San Diego. Get 0.9% APR financing up to 36 months on all in-stock 2018 and 2019 certified pre-owned BMW models. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163, and BMWSanDiego.com.
Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena.
Oh, yeah.
Great googly moogly. Oh, yeah. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon, where your trade-in is always worth more. Just off I-8 in El Cajon.
Right now at BMW San Diego. Get 0.9% APR financing up to 36 months on all in-stock 2018 and 2019 certified pre-owned BMW models. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163, and BMWSanDiego.com.
Time now for Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon. And by Prospect Home Finance.
Last month, the Orange County Soccer Club hosted its second Corporate Cup, pitting local businesses against one another in a competitive round-robin soccer tournament, with the finalists playing at Championship Stadium after the Orange County SC home game on Wednesday, October 20th.
Really a great opportunity to get our whole company and our families out here together, spending time for a good cause and really enjoying it.
Co-ed teams from a variety of industries showed up at the Great Park Fields in Irvine to participate in the charity tournament, with the proceeds going to the OCSC Community Foundation to help further its mission to use soccer as a vehicle to promote health and wellness, support and empower youth, foster an inclusive environment, and unify the local community.
We feel great about giving back to our community. Experian is a company that tries to give back in many ways, and just being able to support this cause is awesome. Anything that we can do to kind of support Orange County, we're all about it.
It was a fun day out on the field with 16 teams battling it out for bragging rights to see who moved on to the finals.
They've been taking it pretty seriously so far. A lot of them have been practicing in the weeks leading up. They've got their own custom jerseys, and you can tell they're having a great time just getting out of the office on a Friday on a beautiful day here at the Orange County Gray Park.
The team members were extremely excited and passionate. We got more than expected entries, and we had to tell people to just show up and cheer the team.
Participating companies were also treated to meet and greets and private coaching sessions with OCSC players and coaches.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's Community Connect is fueled by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Hey, Dave Smith here. Make sure you listen to my show on the Mightier 1090, 6 to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday night. The only local sports talk in all of Southern California on the weekends, right here on the Mightier 1090.
The all-new and mightier 1090.
Food insecurity is defined as not having sufficient resources to buy food either for yourself or for your family. Folks who are food insecure struggle with not having enough food to eat because maybe they lost their jobs. It is important to not just look at one person as being food insecure, but really looking at them as it could be anyone. The San Diego Food Bank has been around for over 40 years. Our job is to help procure food for San Diego County residents to make sure that no one is going to bed hungry. Accessing food from the San Diego Food Bank is very simple. A lot of our distributions right now are operating as drive-through distributions, so they are safe to attend if you are concerned with getting out of your vehicle and walking into a food pantry. The San Diego Food Bank needs your continued support. Please visit our website at sandiegofoodbank.org, and there you will see all of the different ways that you too can get involved.
There's a difference between just getting there and enjoying the journey. At Team Mazda of El Cajon, we put you in the driver's seat of the best cars around. From our stylish crossover SUVs to our classic sedans and sports cars. At Team Mazda of El Cajon, your good credit and trade-in can turn into the Mazda of your dreams. Start enjoying your drive with a new Mazda today. Visit Team Mazda of El Cajon.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
San Diego State men's basketball beat St. Mary's on Friday. The Aztecs limited the Gales to under 40% shooting in the 63-53 win. It's the 8th time in 10 games the team has limited their opponent in such a way. Trey Polium led SDSU in scoring with 15 points. He shot 6 of 11 from the field. Polium totaled a game-high 6 assists as well. Matt Bradley had 14 points and Adam Seiko had a career-best 4 3-pointers and a season-high 12 points. On defense, Nathan Mensah had 13 rebounds, 5 points, and 3 blocks. Next up for SDSU, they'll take on UC San Diego on Wednesday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance. Brought to you by Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable. Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
All right, everybody. It is a Monday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man, and we come to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. And this holiday season, I don't know if everybody's got plans or you're taking a little bit of time off of work, you want to have some fun, come on down to 7 Mile Casino. Sammy's Restaurant and Bar is fantastic. The view of the Chula Vista Bay is something that for those of us, especially that live up north that rarely go down, you're like, whoa, I didn't even know this was here. And blackjack, poker, in a smoke-free environment, you're going to love it. 7 Mile Casino and 7milecasino.com. I saw my friend Big Brad Samuel from who reps 7 Mile Casino, and he put out a post yesterday on all the social platforms that he had a picture of a Rocky's cheeseburger. And he said something like, if you know, or something, one of those kinds of phrases. And I was like, dude, let's me and you go to Rocky's for our holiday lunch rather than like an expensive sushi lunch. I want a Rocky's burger. And I know, Browner, you have a problem with Rocky's, but you see, your problem with Rocky's is kind of like my problem with Regal theaters. I haven't been in a movie theater, fellas. I'm not joking around. I haven't been in a movie theater in like 5 years. And that Regal Cinema over on Mira Mesa Boulevard and the 15, I used to live over that way in Scripps Ranch when I first moved to San Diego. That was the movie theater that I went to. And that Regal Theater is long before Sinopolis and the lot and the reclining leather chairs and the waiter service and alcohol being served. That's an old school movie theater. And it's gigantic. Have you guys ever been in that Regal Theater?
Yeah. I've been there
all
a
the
few
time.
times. Yeah,
All
a few
the time.
times.
I used to go there when we had premieres. So when I was the promotions director, I got access to all the movies 2 days before they came out. I saw all of them in the middle of the day at that Regal Theater.
Yeah.
I did a midnight viewing of The Dark Knight there in IMAX.
Ooh,
and it was
great movie.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can remember, and I don't know why, I remember seeing the movie Avatar there. And
God.
I know. The only reason I remember it is because a friend of mine had a birthday party and like bust everybody there and like had a private showing because I guess it was a big movie at the time. And that
You know
movie.
how long that movie? You talk about long movies. That movie was long.
I mean, but dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't know how many years ago that movie was, but I can't remember many movies in a theater since that movie. And maybe one or two here or there. Okay.
It might still be playing.
Let me tell you what happened to me this weekend at a movie theater at this Regal Cinemas on Mira Mesa Boulevard in the 15. And it's not their fault. It's my fault. I acknowledge that in advance. So, okay, let's say you haven't been to a movie in a really long time. Everything is different. Okay. In other words, you no longer walk into a theater like, geez, let me see what's playing. What time? Hey, I'd like to have two, please, to see to see this new Spider-Man film. Like, first of all, that doesn't work anymore, right? You know how they used to have those places where when you walked into the theater, somebody sat behind plexiglass, they had the little like metal thing. You go, hi, I'd like to have two for Spider-Man. And they go, okay. And then like they put the tickets underneath. The human being, the human interaction part of that's long gone, right? Nobody's doing that anymore, right? So first things first, you have to buy your tickets online. And you guys are probably going to think, moron, hello, this is new to you? You have to buy your tickets online? This is new to you? So I bought the tickets online.
Yeah.
I went onto their website or whatever, and I bought the tickets online, right? So I get an email, and the email has a little what looks like a ticket stub, and then underneath it says, if you're using Apple, click here. If you're using Android, click here. So in other words, what they want you to do is they want you to download the app to get your movie tickets. Well, I'm on my way. I'm in the parking lot. By the way, there's a Korean barbecue place right by this Regal Theater.
Yeah.
A line coming out the door like it's the early bird special in Florida, like a bunch of retirees. Like it must be the greatest restaurant in Scripps Ranch is this Korean barbecue place next to the Regal Theater. So I park there. And as I'm walking to the theater, I'm trying to figure out how am I getting the tickets. It's telling me to download the app. No Wi-Fi, app's not downloading. So I walk into the theater, and my girlfriend, Rachel, she walks up to the snack bar area. And I'm still like trying to figure out how the hell are we getting the tickets. And this very nice lady who was working there, she says, "You look like you could use some help." And I said, "Yeah, I need some help." I said, the app's not downloading. So is there no other way for me to get my tickets?" She said, "Oh, yeah, of course, right here on your email, there's a barcode. And you're in row M and your seats 17, 18, 19, and 20. She goes, "So all you have to do is you have to walk over to that guy, the guy who used to take the tickets, and when he's going to scan them." So I had no idea, and I was just a little irritated because I felt like if I didn't download the app, I wasn't going to be able to get the tickets. Like I was just annoyed already, you know? My girlfriend's standing at the line at the snack bar. And she said, "What would you like?" What do you guys get when you go to the snack bar to movie theater? What do you get?
Well,
Popcorn.
I haven't, with the exception of yesterday, I haven't been to a snack bar in 4 years, brother.
At
I
a
go to
movie
my
theater?
seat, I order my food.
Oh. All right.
When
Well,
I go
in
to
this-
an AMC, when I go to places that don't have servers or whatever, it's normally a combo: large popcorn, large drink.
Okay.
Same thing every time, and
How
I
many
sneak
ounces
in
do
my
you think?
candy.
How many ounces do you think a large drink is?
There,
It
Yeah.
depends on where
like
you
a
at.
freaking gallon at AMC.
I know. Right. So here's the thing. So I'm in line at the theater, and there's people behind me, and I just would like to ask a question. I really would just like to ask a question. And so my question was, I'd like a medium Coke. I don't even really drink soda, but I thought I'm in a theater. It was a 9 o'clock movie, a little caffeine, something sweet and different. So I said, I'd like a medium Coke. And this woman comes with a Coke. I swear to you, this thing had to have been 100 ounces. This freaking thing was massive. And I go, "Wait, that's the medium?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Is there any place up here where I can see like the size differential between small, medium, and large?" And she said,
God, you're
"No."
such a Karen, dude.
You're that guy? What are you
You're that
doing,
guy.
man?
What's wrong with that, though? What's wrong?
Oh no, keep going. This is a
Why am
very
I a
Scott Kaplan
Karen?
story.
Why am I a Karen? I just wanted because now it's so big. I don't want that much soda. You know, if I went to McDonald's and I ordered a medium, I kind of feel like I know what I'm getting. If I went to Chick-fil-A and I ordered a medium, I'm getting a reasonable amount of liquid. At a movie theater, how am I going to sit through the whole movie drinking this thing?
Never heard anybody complain about it being too big at a place
first
that
for me,
charges
too.
you $10 for a drink. You're like,
First for me.
it's a little too big for me. Can I get something smaller for 25 cents less?
Well, I just wanted to know, like, is there a differentiation? Like, can you just show me where would I have known small, medium, or large? And she actually
The
had
cups
like
are on
this.
top of the popcorn machine.
Well, she kind of had like a snotty remark, like, well, it's not my
Yeah.
job to. She was like, it's not my job to build the display or something like that. You know, like, oh, come on, really?
Oh, so
Really?
I'm being that guy and you're gonna be that one? Okay, so
But
we're
I
both
wasn't
gonna
being
do this.
nasty. But I wasn't being nasty. I just was like, whoa, that's a gigantic soda. I didn't know it was that big. Can I get something smaller than that? And like, where would I have known what the sizes were? So first, I can't figure out the ticket situation because this is like new to me. Then there's no display of the soda sizes, which now I've got like 100 ounces of soda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm carrying popcorn in one hand because the popcorn is like for like 50 people, but it's just me. So I got popcorn in this hand, soda in this hand. Now I got to go give the guy my phone to give him the tickets. I got soda in one hand, popcorn in the other hand. I got to put the popcorn down. Ugh, whatever. I finally get in. I get into my seat. I sit down. And one thing that does bother me is when people are not polite. And instead of people coming to the row and they go, "Excuse me, hi, I'm seats over there. Do you mind if I just get in?" People just don't, they just walk in. Like they don't give you a chance to like move your feet, stand up, move your stuff. So I just was having like this experience where I'm like, oh my God. I remember I can imagine being an old lady walking into a Burger King going, "So this Whopper. Tell me about what's on this Whopper." Like if you walk into McDonald's and you don't know what a Big Mac is, what are you doing there? And that was me. I was like an alien that landed on Earth and had never been to a movie theater before, couldn't figure out the tickets, didn't want such a gigantic soda and couldn't find out where the size differentials were, wanted people to be polite in the theater. And then ultimately, I just sat there and watched Spider-Man. And there were some things in that movie, Browner, that I had no idea what was going on. You know, the crowd is cheering. Yeah, this guy shows up on the screen. People are cheering. I'm like, who's he? What's his deal? You know? Now, when Tobey Maguire showed up, I was like,
What are you doing?
Spoiler,
No, no,
say spoiler.
no.
Oh, dude, it's all over
No.
social media.
No.
Spoiler,
What?
man.
No, I knew you were gonna do
I knew he
it.
was
I
gonna do
knew
it
it.
too. I knew he was gonna do it too. I knew he was gonna do it too. Come on, you can't. It's a big giveaway. You can't say those.
Oh.
I gotta bleep that out. I'm writing in the notes. I'm bleeping it out.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
what are you doing?
By the way, your entire story,
Yeah.
Regal Cinemas did nothing wrong.
No, nothing. It's not their fault at all. Nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. It's me. I admit it. It's me. See, I'm a dick if I blame them. I'm a Karen if I blame them. But I'm not a Karen. I'm not a Darren. Okay? I'm just a regular guy who hasn't gone to a movie in like 5 years, and so much has changed.
I gotta tell you, the last 8 minutes that you've been talking, you've never sounded older in my life.
You sounded really old.
You
man.
sounded really old right
Really
now,
old.
dude. And listen, I will tell you to your face, like that you sound old, man. That drink is too big. There's popcorn is too much. I can't. Where's my ticket? It's in my email. Like, oh my gosh, man.
My favorite part was that people just go by you. Yeah, they're going in their seat. Like, what do you expect? Again,
Well, I'm on the aisle. Just say excuse me. That's all.
You're the person that you need to go to the lot, my man. You need to go to the lot because what the lot gives you is a certain amount that you pay for that ticket. You don't get the riffraff. You don't get a lot of this. You get the type of people that you would expect to go by you and say, "Excuse me, my seat is this one. Let me buy you." That's the lot's audience.
The theater box also solves a lot of your issues because for me, their sodas are way too small. Because when I go to the AMC or wherever, I'm expecting like a gallon of soda,
right?
That I could split between me and my fiance, and we still won't finish it.
And you have more people with you. That's perfect. You got a huge drink.
Everybody
all
gets
this popcorn.
No, you don't get it, dude. Rachel ordered 2 giant popcorns, so her sons had one, and me and her had one. Ate like a third of it, if that. I had a giant soda. Her 2 boys each had giant lemonades. They pounded those lemonades. Me, I was like half the soda. I was like, that's plenty. You know?
Dang, man.
I know, man.
I gotta tell you,
Alex, you're right. I sounded old.
Don't ever say you're middle aged again, man.
I just think, man, like when you look at them prices, dude, and you're paying $16 for a soda and popcorn, and it's not that size, you'd be like, what the hell, man?
I'm expecting to walk off with a wheelbarrow of soda for what they charge.
Yeah,
it was 3
you know how
sodas
much
and 2
soda
popcorns, $40.
You know how much soda and popcorn you get at the grocery store for that amount? You walk out with a whole cart full of stuff.
$40. You know how much? Yeah, you know how many cans of soda you can get for $30 at the grocery store?
I know. I sound old, Alex. You're right, but I just want to point out one thing. That
You're
again, it's just more. It's not,
I am
put it this
old.
way, I could sound contemporary if I just went to the movies on occasion. Now, I will tell you this. I will have learned my lesson because I'm going to go see American Underdog. I'm going to go see the Kurt Warner movie over Christmas.
Oh, my God.
What? What's wrong with that? What? That's another Karen white guy movie?
Please, okay. I will not give you any flack at all. Zero, none, nada. None. If the following statement is true.
Okay.
You're going to see the Kurt Warner movie at the premiere. So there's some red carpet situations.
It's already happened. It's already premiered.
It already happened.
So you're gonna
I'm going to go to the movies. I'm going to go to the movies. And
if they're playing it.
Yeah, no. It's everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Let me
sure
get
about
back.
that?
I think, dude, I'm not misspeaking here. I do think that movie is being rated very well, Browner. Like
Listen.
Spider-Man No Way Home got I believe like a 94 Rotten Tomato score, and American Underdogs got a 91 with an audience score of 97.
Because no one's seen it. Let the masses see it. If the masses see it, they'll kill it.
Well, that's because you think that it looks cheesy and the football scenes look cheesy. But so what?
I'd
It's
rather
not
watch
about
Kevin James be Sean Payton.
I will
but
tell
it's the
you.
story.
I'll tell you that the trailer didn't do it any service. So if it is a good movie, good. I'm happy if it's a good movie for Kurt Warner because the trailer didn't do it any justice there.
Well, let me
Come
do
back
this.
and tell us how it is. No
I will.
spoilers, though.
I will.
Don't go.
All right,
Kurt
so-
Warner's the quarterback.
No, I won't do that.
He dies.
He bags groceries. What? I didn't know that.
They don't score the touchdown in the Super Bowl.
He won the Super Bowl. Wait, I didn't know he won the Super Bowl. Really?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, before we move on, I want to say to everybody, hey, look, this is Christmas week. And at DraftKings Sportsbook, you see them right over my shoulder. They're an official sports betting partner of the NBA. They've got a gift that's going to put you in the holiday spirit. New customers can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win, and then $150 comes your way in free bets if your team is victorious. It's really a nice, fun way to have a good time when playing NBA basketball games for a very small amount of money. And everyone can play for huge cash prizes with DraftKings daily fantasy basketball contests. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at millions of dollars in total prizes with their first deposit. So here's what I'd like everybody who's watching and listening to do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use our promo code GreatFriends. Bet just $5 on any NBA team. You win $150 in free bets if your team is victorious. The promo code is GreatFriends. It's Christmas week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the NBA. I want to remind everybody you have to be 21 years or older. For those of you that are listening and watching in San Diego and Southern California, this is in New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania. Believe it or not, we have a lot of listeners and viewers in other parts of the country. New customers only, a minimum of $5 with a $5 deposit with a $1 wager required, and it's only one per customer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Guys, back to the NFL. I'll say a name of a team. You guys give me what you think. Because to me, these are teams that have raised questions. Okay? Here goes.
Before we do that,
yes.
Would you like a bit of breaking news as we sit here and do this show?
Yes, I would. Thank you for slowing me down because I was like rambling. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I just think it's important because we already know what's happening with the Rams and their COVID situation. Obviously, they're playing tomorrow. They haven't played this weekend. It's now hitting the other LA team.
The Herbolts.
Don't you say it. Don't you
the
say
Herbolts are officially placing Joey Bosa, Austin Eckler on the COVID-19 list. And according to Ian Rappaport, Bosa will miss their next Sunday game against the Texans. And the Chargers are on high alert. More positive cases expected.
I thought somewhere that an NFL official said if they would have tested, it would have been 250 dudes.
Well, what they did last week, and this was on Thursday of last week. I think everybody might remember this. If this detail got by you, let me remind you. On Thursday of last week, the NFL was sending out memos to their teams saying, stop testing. And the reason they were saying stop testing is because they were like, it's kind of like, you ever thought something was wrong with you, but you didn't want to go to the doctor because you were fearful that you might find out something is really wrong with you? You ever had that emotion? You know? You're like, I know something's wrong. I know it. Well, go see a doctor. No, I don't want to go see a doctor. Why not? Because I know I'm going to die. Something's wrong.
I can feel it.
Right. There's something wrong with me.
I don't need confirmation.
So that's kind of what the NFL was doing last week. They were saying, hey, look, everybody stop the testing because the more we test, the more positive cases there are. The more positive cases there are, the fewer players there are, and the more of a disruption it might create to our season. Once that memo from the NFL came out and essentially told the teams to stop testing, the NFLPA lost their mind. They're like, wait, you've been testing us this way like every day, all the time, and now you want to just all of a sudden stop testing us because you need us on the field? No, that ain't happening. So they went back to their testing, but they also started to change the rules on the fly, very NFL-like, right?
Right.
The NFL's like, okay, so if you have a positive test, but you are vaccinated and you're asymptomatic and we can hustle you through and find some negative tests, boom, you're back on the field. And so now I know Joey Bosa is one guy in particular that's, I think it's pretty public that he's not vaccinated.
Yeah, he's unvaccinated.
Yeah. So he's automatically
out. That's if he's a close contact again, then no, he's not automatically out. But Rappaport said he should be out for Sunday. Austin Eckler and also their center, Corey Linsley. So this is an offensive thing so far. But we all know how it's worked in the NFL. 3, 4 the first day, 7, 8 the next day, 10 the next day, and then they kind of try and get it under control or start really, if you have an outbreak at this point across the league, it's probably hitting a lot of people.
What's interesting about this too is that when we talk about the Chargers, we think, okay, well, the Chargers can still play the Texans and beat them if they don't have Joey Bosa. They don't need Joey Bosa to beat a terrible Houston Texans football team.
Or Austin Eckler.
Right. But in this very bizarre season, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, in this very bizarre season where you assume that the Chargers can lose a star defensive end and can lose a running back. They've got other running backs, by the way, who are pretty good. But they could lose those two pieces and still easily beat the Houston Texans. No problem.
You would think so.
But then all of a sudden, a team like Arizona gets upset by Detroit. And I don't know how you guys feel about it. To me, I feel like the rest of the league looks at Arizona now like, we're not taking you seriously anymore. Like you built up your record. Yeah, frauds. Right. Right. I feel
And
like
they weren't
losing
even
to
getting,
Detroit.
you know what it was? Is because they weren't getting a lot of hype anyways. And the moment we
Right.
start hyping them up, right in front of that Rams game, they lose that game. They don't look good, and then you go out and get motorboated by the Detroit Lions. That is, by the
Like,
way,
I don't even know what
I'm
you
the-
could like. Who, when you get killed like that by that team, every person who spoke on your behalf, me being one of them, they got to feel like, wow, I made a mistake.
Yeah, I'm the biggest Detroit Lions fan now. I hope they win out.
I mean, I do too.
That
I do
loss
too.
against the Viking by the Viking don't look so bad if they win out.
Well,
I mean, once you get a win, I want you to win more.
Yeah.
If you don't get a win, I want you to keep losing.
Well, how about a little bit of love for Jared Goff from the Rams fans? Like the Rams beat Arizona, and then Jared Goff and his Lions beat Arizona, which opens the door for the Rams to win tomorrow and be in first place or in a first place tie with Arizona. Where is the Rams fan love? Where's the Ramily for Jared Goff? All right, stick around. We got a lot more to come. We got a lot more to get to. I want to hear your review of Spider-Man. I've complained about my time, but I'd like to hear your review. Stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Hey, it's Pharrell here, inviting you to catch my shows on the Mightier 1090. We're on twice every Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. and 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific. Trust me, all the other sports stations are sleeping with your wife.
The all-new and mightier 1090. Right now at BMW San Diego, get 0.9% APR financing up to 36 months on all in-stock 2018 and 2019 certified pre-owned BMW models. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community.
Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com. Sponsored by The Barnes Firm, partnering with Shelter to Soldier and saving lives 2 at a time. Visit thebarnesfirm.com/shelter to soldier and help save more lives. Watch your San Diego State Aztecs take on the San Diego Christian Hawks. December 28th at 6 p.m. live from the Viejas Arena.
Right now at BMW San Diego, get 0.9% APR financing up to 36 months on all in-stock 2018 and 2019 certified pre-owned BMW models. BMW San Diego, Kearney Mesa Road and the 163 and BMWSanDiego.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
San Diego State men's basketball beat St. Mary's on Friday. The Aztecs limited the Gales to under 40% shooting in the 63-53 win. It's the 8th time in 10 games the team has limited their opponent in such a way. Trey Polium led SDSU in scoring with 15 points. He shot 6 of 11 from the field. Polium totaled a game-high 6 assists as well. Matt Bradley had 14 points and Adam Seiko had a career-best 4 3-pointers and a season-high 12 points. On defense, Nathan Mensah had 13 rebounds, 5 points, and 3 blocks. Next up for SDSU, they'll take on UC San Diego on Wednesday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Arash Markazi here, inviting you to catch my show, The Arash Markazi Show, on the Mightier 1090. We are on every Monday through Friday from noon to 1 p.m. Pacific time. Join me and producer extraordinaire G. Wiley, where we chop up Los Angeles sports and try not to piss too many people off.
The all-new and Mightier 1090.
Welcome to Team Mazda of El Cajon. Thank you for joining us to make the trip to San Diego's first Mazda retail evolution facility. It takes years and years to put all this together and to make Team Mazda a reality. Unbelievable team here.
Thank you to John and Corinne for the opportunity. It's a privilege and an honor to say that this is the store I get to be the general manager of.
I do want to speak to what I have in my hand here. It is a big, heavy plaque representing the grand opening. So I want to present this to John, say thank you again.
We're very proud of the work that you're doing here. I commend you on your future prosperity. At this point, I want to invite you all outside to hear a drum demonstration.
Let's take it up a notch with Kaplan and Crew tonight's Premium Boost, powered by the Mightier 1090 and by Prospect Home Finance.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years. And he started this business out of a studio apartment. And look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for Prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's Premium Boost is powered by the Mightier 1090 and by Prospect Home Finance. You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal. Brought to you by Team Mazda of El Cajon and by Prospect Home Finance.
Wilsey Asset Management is an investment advisory firm registered with the SEC. We're a firm that's a fiduciary firm, and we manage $500 million in assets for clients and businesses nationwide. We do better when our clients do better. You want to have a win-win situation. And I saw the same thing with charities. Some of the charities that we're involved in would include Crews for Kids. Another organization that we really helped a lot was Children's Hospital. And there's also other organizations that we help as well in addition to those.
Kind of growing up and seeing how involved my dad was in the community, it really rubbed me, I'm going to say, in the right way. I did kind of take that one step further, I would say, and actually did start my own charity. It's called the Fighters Fight Foundation. What we do is we actually provide experiences to women that are battling stage 3 or stage 4 breast cancer. Our charity is not just about providing the experiences for women, it's also too on educating people. If you want to get involved in the foundation, you can go to our website, fightersfightfoundation.com.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on your view, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. and visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
The holidays are all about